Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. I'm Bree. Yeah, I can't even say anything, honestly. Like, it's totally my fault. It's been like 2 whole months since I made a video, and I'm so sorry. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't mind him. I'm a
cat mom now, so
this is my child. He's doing things. I really hope he's not going to be like a distraction. He probably will, because that's what he does. But just try not to, you know, let him distract you, but so much. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't even know where the time went, honestly. Like, 2 months really went by fast. Like, it's October. Almost Halloween, almost Thanksgiving, almost Christmas, and then almost New Year's. Like, what have I been doing with my life? Where have I been? Bro. Like, you have, like, you know, y'all have complete reason to be mad at me, and I totally understand. I'm a flop. But it's okay, though, because I'm back. Yeah. And like I said in my past video, and like I've always been saying, I will get to all the video requests. I really will. You just gotta trust and believe, you know, that I will achieve. I will do it, I promise. I will. I already have a list that I'm gonna go through and all that. But, you know, being that it's freaking scary season, it's Halloween now, you know, I gotta start it off right with a scary video. But I will get back to the funny videos, I promise. But honestly, like, any video I make is probably funny, because I'm always doing something stupid. So, you know. Yeah. It does feel good to be back, though. I've missed y'all. Like, I do talk to some of y'all on Twitter and Instagram, but, you know, I just haven't been, you know, on my, you know, I haven't been on it lately. Like, what? I'm still shocked. 2 whole months. I'm sorry. But I'm here now, and we're gonna watch a scary video, and it's gonna be lit. And yeah, but feel free to tell me how y'all have been. Like, how's your summer been? Did you do anything? Did you go anywhere? You know, how's school, if you're in school? Like, I know it's not September anymore. School is well into a full month. But if you're in school, how's that going for you? You know, let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm gonna try my best to be better. I say this every single time, but I really am. Like, I get busy, and then time just kind of goes poof, and then things occur. Like, I'm a freaking cat mom now. Like, I never thought that would happen. I've always been a dog person, and here I am with a whole cat. But I love him. He's literally the best. I keep looking at my computer and him in the reflection, so don't mind that. I'm very distracting, and he's totally not being a distraction like I thought he'd be. So let me just get on with the video, because I can't figure out which one's left and right. Wow, I really can't figure out which one. There is something wrong with me. Okay, I'm gonna get this right. Usually there's like an L and an R for left and right. Okay, I think I'm stupid. I figured it out. Alright, without further ado, we're gonna watch this video by Mr. Haunted. Shout out to him. All his videos are always lit. So if you haven't checked out his channel, check it out. It's freaking October. It's scary season. Hello. Check out his scary videos. They're lit. But yeah, this one's called I have the worst memory. Basically, it's 2 short scary stories about Uber rides. And, you know, if you know me, you know I love some Uber. I use Uber at least once a week, usually on the weekends, because, you know,
gotta stay safe.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch these scary stories. I'm stalling as usual because I'm terrified, but it's gonna be fine. Okay. I haven't done this in so long. It's like I'm not ready. All right. Ooh. 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 don't know why I have both headphones in. I never do this. Now I'm really scared. Oh! It's just a car siren. You got me scared. I'm not ready. Numero uno.
I was 24 years old when this happened and had recently started my first job as an Uber driver. Being an Uber driver was easy for the most part, but you'd eventually get to a point where you were tired of constantly picking up people and putting a fortune's worth of gas in your car.
Yeah.
It would have been great if Uber paid for the driver's expenses, but we were independent contractors under their platform, so we had to pay for gas. The pay was okay for the most part, but you might as well consider Uber as a side job to earn a little extra cash on the side.
True. But I've heard
I'd
people
mainly
make
do
bank,
Uber during the night as I'm a full-time college student with bills to pay, so it wasn't all fun and games. Anyway, I'd constantly be picking up people everywhere in my city. I've picked up motorists, people from parties or nightclubs, and you'd sometimes get your occasional creeps who'd stare at you for no apparent reason. However, there was this one woman who I picked up that really gave me second thoughts about working for Uber. It was a Wednesday, I believe, and I was driving around waiting for someone to request me for a ride. A few minutes went by and I got a notification from Uber letting me know that someone had requested me. I hopped into my car and eventually pulled up to a woman who looked to be in her mid-30s.
Okay.
Just by looking at her, I could tell that something seemed off about her. She wore some jeans and had a black t-shirt that had holes all over it. Her hair was a mess and I could make out what looked to be faint marks on her. She went over to my car and asked in a soft tone if I was her Uber driver. I told her yes and to hop in the back. As soon as she did, she kept on giving me this stare as if she seemed upset about something. Like I said before, you'd occasionally have some creeps, so in my mind, I thought she was one of them. She told me the address and we went on our way. I then began to notice that she kept looking around my car for no apparent reason, as if she were looking for something. I keep all of my valuables with me at all times, and the valuables that I do have in the car were all kept safe in the glove compartment. She kept looking around while fidgeting with her fingers, like she was anxious. Whenever I'd asked if she was okay, she'd immediately stop and raise her voice to tell me that everything was fine. Not in a rude way, just a formal way. Out of nowhere, she kept on saying things to herself, repeating them over and over again. I assumed that she had some sort of mental disorder, so I tried to be respectful and mind my own business. But that all changed when she started screaming at the top of her lungs. She began hitting me, grabbing my shirt, trying to scratch me, and doing anything she could to cause harm to me. I told her that she was done and ordered her to get out of my car before I called the police. She started to cry and sob and began to apologize, telling me not to kick her out. Even though I felt somewhat bad, I still couldn't chance it because I knew that she was going to end up doing it again.
Yeah.
She got out of my car and I sped off and reported the incident to Uber, and I don't know what they did after that. All I could say is, that woman is mentally insane.
Yeah. That was no. No. Oh my gosh.
This took place in Massachusetts in 2017. For some context, I've been an Uber driver ever since the company first started, and at that time I was paying rent for a small one-bedroom apartment that I could barely afford. I had a main job that paid relatively well, but it still left me financially unstable, so I had to look for a second job to pay the rent. Since I live in a small town in Massachusetts, there weren't a lot of places that had job offers, and the places that did either denied my application or never called back. After weeks of trying to find a second source of income, I gave up and eventually tried Uber as the pay was decent as long as you played your cards right. For the first few weeks, it went pretty well. Most people were friendly, but a few would be somewhat rude, and you'd occasionally get your fair share of creeps, but that's expected when you pick up people in a big city like Boston. However, there was this one person that I remember picking up that would always stick with me. It was a Friday night, and I was heading home after dropping somebody off. It was really late, so my mind was focused on getting home and throwing myself into bed. But that all went away when I received a notification from the Uber app on my phone. It said that someone 5 miles away requested me to pick them up. I let out a deep sigh and just wanted to go home, but I realized that it was more money, so I stupidly accepted and drove to his location. My GPS took me to the very rural side of the city. Abandoned buildings, graffiti, gang members, you know the type of place I mean. I pull up to the person who requested me, and he immediately gets into my car and hands me a small piece of paper with what I assume to be an address written on it. I ask him, "So, is this the place we're going to?" He slowly glances over to me and nods his head, indicating that it meant yes. Without hesitation, I plugged in the address and started making my way over there. All the while, I kept on getting weird vibes from the man who was in my car. He kept on staring at me with a look I can't even begin to describe. Eyes open wide with a blank expression. Every time I tried to make eye contact with him, he'd immediately turn away to make it seem like he wasn't looking at me by either looking at his phone or maybe texting. Sometimes I tried to ignore his stare, but he gave off such a weird, unsettling vibe that I didn't like. Eventually, my GPS led me on a road in practically the middle of nowhere. The only things visible were trees in all directions. Not many places like that in Massachusetts, but they exist. As I'm driving down the road, I hear the man say, "You know, you could just let me off here." I explained to him as to why he would want me to drop him off here and not at his destination, but he insisted that it's better if I dropped him off here. With a confused look, I unlock the doors and he gets out of my car, still shooting me that constant stare. I then hear him say, "Actually, can you get out of your car? I want to show you something."
Oh God, no.
At this point, I'm officially creeped out, and suspicion grew on me more and more the longer I stayed there. I politely said no and that I had to get home, but he asked the same question again, this time in a much more demanding tone. For whatever reason, I look out the window and see two men peering from the trees with them wearing what appeared to be masks. If it weren't for my headlights, I wouldn't have seen them as it was practically pitch dark out. Once I spotted them, however, they quickly hid back in the trees. I explained that I had to get home, and the man leans in closer and says 5 words that still haunt me till this day.
No.
"You made the right decision." Till this day, I still don't know what would have happened to me had I gone into those woods with those men. I still have several explanations as to what I encountered that night. I'm not sure if it was people trying to mess with me, some sort of inbreeding house somewhere in the woods, a cannibalistic group, or even some type of cult. I don't know, and I definitely won't be returning to find out.
Why is it every single time? Every single time I watch one of these videos, it's just so bad. Oh my gosh, like I can't even. And that was only 2 stories, 2. And in my mind, I saw the title and I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be like the passenger story. I don't even know why I don't think scary things don't happen to Uber drivers. Oh my gosh, when I tell you I would have quit Uber so fast. Bro, oh, yo. Clearly I've been slacking. Like I am shooketh. Just shooketh right now. I need to start watching my scary videos more often. Even though I've been on my scary, I always watch scary stuff in general. But for some reason, these videos just be getting me crazy. I don't know why. Like, I saw it. I see all it. I just can't. That, okay. I'm gonna get it together one day, guys. Wow. But, if you made it to the end of this, I can't even talk. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. You know, this is why I love, is this a heart? I think it is. That's why I love y'all so much. Sticking with me, even though I'm a flop sometimes. I'm still recovering. Oh my gosh, she was texting me. Rude. Even though, you know, I'm a flop. But, you know, I'm on my stuff. My hair is just not, you know what? Okay, sorry. But like I said, I love y'all so much for sticking by me, even through my floppiness of not posting like I'm supposed to be. But I'm gonna get on it, you know? You know, just, you know, if I'm slacking, you know what to do. Just hit me up on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Just be like, Bree, get it together. Like, what are you doing? Get it together. And I'm gonna get it together. But like I said, there's gonna be a lot more funnier videos coming. I know I've been on like a scary video tangent lately or whatever, you know, but I can't help it. It's October, it's scary season, it's fall. I had to do it for the, you know, for the fall culture, the fall, you know, fall time, you know. That's why I do a scary video today. And clearly it was much needed because I need to get my life together and stop being such a wuss all the time. There's no well, that video was very terrifying, so it had every reason to terrify me like it did. Oh my gosh, I'm having major hair problems today. Yeah. If you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And, you know, Will, you know, since he's my new addition, he'll probably be in all my videos because he looks very comfortable right now. But yeah, we shall see you in my next video.